Welcome everybody to Atlas Reactor here on Additional Pollen's Games. Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of Atlas Reactor, the gameplay mechanics, what it's like, and giving you guys an idea so that if you want to, you can go check it out for yourself. So we're going to do a quick, like I said, a quick overview of just how the game operates, how it works, and then we'll get into a practice fight so that you guys can see it in action. So the thing about Atlas Reactor is it's basically the best way to describe it. To those who haven't played this, is it's a mix between XCOM, the gameplay of XCOM, with the feel and the competitive arena style of Overwatch. So you've got a little bit of you've got Blackburn here as our freelancer, and he's kind of your Soldier 76-esque player, for those who are familiar with Overwatch. So let's go ahead, and the reason I picked him is because he's got a decent kit that allows us to look at the different mechanics of the game, basically. So Atlas Reactor is a simulturn game, so basically everyone plans out their turn at the same time, and then you hit ready, and it basically the game coordinates all the different attacks, all the different movements at the same time, and coordinates those, and so you prep during one phase, and then you watch it, you watch all the gameplay unfold. Again, we'll get into a practice match here in just a second. There are 4 different phases. So you've got the prep phase. So this is any abilities in green are during the prep phase. So this is your setting traps. This is giving yourself buffs, maybe doing some sort of healing or something like that, or shields, that sort of thing. So this is, again, just preparing for the turn to come. So in this case, Blackburn, he's got adrenal stim. He grants haste and might until the end of the next turn, and he gains 5 energy. Energy is used for your ultimate, which we'll look at here in just a second. So again, there are other characters where they have prep phase where they give allies shields or they lay down traps or anything like that. So this is the first phase of the game, and these actions are completed first before the other ones. Yellow is our dash phase. So this is these are movement based abilities. These kind of help you get out of the way for the blast phase, which is the third phase. But in this case, Blackburn has blitz, so he dashes to cover, so a little bit of movement, and then he deals damage. Not all dash abilities deal damage. Most of them are just based around getting away or getting into a fight if you're a tank. But in this case, Blackburn actually deals damage. And then the third phase is the blast phase. So this is any ability in red. So these are your basic attacks, your shots, your stabs, your whatever. So again, in this case, Blackburn, he's got Equalizer, which allows him to do 34 damage to a single target or 20 damage in a cone. So you can kind of see in this little video here that he can change his targeting from multiple targets to one target. He's also got Proteus grenades, so you've got grenades, you've got different things, and then his ultimate, Scorched Earth, it allows him to target an area, and then that area, he's able to have an airship attack across a line. So after the blast phase, you have the movement phase. So you plan out what you're going to do, and then once you've planned out your attack, whether that's prep, dash, or blast, once you've done that, then you prep your movement. So again, you kind of positioning is very important in this because it sets you up to the next for the next turn. So you want to make sure that you put yourself in cover. You want to put yourself in a good position where you can attack enemies and they can't attack you back very easily. So we'll take a quick look at that as well. But we're going to go ahead and just get into a practice match. Before we do that, last thing are catalysts. Catalysts are basically one-time use abilities that you can customize for each of your different freelancers. So haste and unstoppable, gaining might, gaining shields, that sort of thing. So you've got one for the prep phase, you've got one for the dash phase, so you can teleport a short distance en route. So this is good for tanks, for people who are chasing after enemies, more aggressive. You've got fade, so teleport a short distance, become invisible. This is good for your for stealth characters. This is good for characters who kind of want to be on the outskirts of the action. And then you've got your regular shift where you can teleport a medium distance. We're just going to keep this. You got brain juice for your blast phase. This reduces cooldowns by 2, or second wind, so you get 15 health per turn for 3 turns. The other thing that you'll notice is this term free action. And Free action, basically what this means is that using a free action ability doesn't impede you from using another ability that turn. So you still have a cooldown. You can see there right underneath prep, you've got cooldowns of 3 turns, 5 turns, etc. But free actions, they allow you to use multiple abilities the same turn. So if I wanted to, I could use Blackburn's Adrenal Stim, and then I can use Equalizer or Proteus Grenade. Or if I really wanted to use Adrenal Stim at the same time that I use Scorched Earth to do even more damage with my ultimate. So you've got free actions as well. Of course, with any MOBA game, you've got different skins. So I wonder what this is a reference to, right? A little bit of Terminator vibe going on, but you've got different colors, different skins going on. You've also got taunts.
Maybe this will shut you up.
There you go. So let's go ahead. We're just gonna go into a practice mode so that you guys can get a quick look at how movement, how attacking, all that sort of stuff works. So in a normal game, we're going to line up, each team would line up, one at the top, one at the bottom.
Your team is ready.
And you'd face off. In this case, we're just standing here in the middle. You can see we've got a timer. We've only got 20 seconds total to make our decision. So this turn, but basically this turn I'm just giving you an overview. These bots, they really don't do a whole lot. These fodder bots just sit here. I Spy, he'll move back and forth. And you've got a time bank here. Yes, I know I would lose my turn. So in this case, because it's a practice, I can take as much time as I want on this turn. But basically, you can see, again, a very XCOM-esque, XCOM style layout and grid. You can see even there's a cover mechanic. You can get behind cover. You can also, if you choose, you can decide not to do any actions, not to do any of your actions down here, and instead sprint. So you can do double movement, increased movement at the cost of not doing any attacks, unless of course it's free. So we've got our ally fodder bot, which we can use if we wanted to practice healing or something like that. We've got enemy fodder bots where we can practice our damage, and then I Spy here, he'll move back and forth, which allows us to basically predict enemy movement and try and attack that way. We've also got power-ups, so you've got energy, might, healing, and movement increases, and that's about it. So let's go ahead and we'll just plan out our first movement. So we're going to right click to move there, and then we're going to use our ability, our attack ability, and you can see here with Blackburn, he's got his, we can either do single target damage, or if we move our pointer across the line, we can do multi-target damage. So let's do multi-target damage. Once we're done, hit space, and you can see there, that was a dash, that was a movement, so any dash items occur first, and there we are. We just dealt damage during the blast phase. Then occurs the move phase. So again, let's go ahead and do, so we've got our prep phase that's going to happen, then we'll use our grenade, just for kicks, so that'll be during the blast phase, and then we've got our movement during the movement phase.
Prepare yourself for war!
So there's the prep phase, followed by the dash phase, and now the blast phase. So we've got our fodder bots
are about to
each
get
other,
messy.
and there was our big grenade. After the blast phase, we've got the move phase, and we picked up haste, which allows us increased movement. So let's do our dash attack. So we have to dash to cover. So we'll dash to cover here, and then we'll, again, do damage this way. Hit space. There we go. Dash happens first, then the blast, and now our ability during the blast phase. So I'm gonna get us up to max energy so that we can use our ultimate, so you guys can see how that works. So you can see down here we've got our hit points and we've got our energy. You gain energy for different abilities being used. There's some characters that gain energy.
The war starts here.
Damage.
Fired up.
And then of course we got our power up where we gained energy that way as well. Let's go ahead. We're just gonna keep
moving
shooting these guys down. They keep regenerating. So, dash phase, Prep phases first, but nobody used any prep items. Dash phases after that. And now we're into blast phase again. And now we're at max energy. So now that we have max energy, we can use our ultimate. So in this case, our ultimate is an attack in a line, like so. And let's just
Only one objective.
we'll get out of there as though we're getting cover. Here's our ultimate. 40 damage in a line. If we were really good, we could have timed up our adrenal stim to give us 25% increased damage at the same term that we have Scorch Earth, so it would have done more damage to everybody. So that's a quick look at the gameplay of Atlas Reactor. If you have any questions, if you have any tips, any suggestions, anything like that, any comments, leave them below, and I'll get back to you. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more, and look out for in the next couple days. I'll be doing some basic gameplay videos for some of the free characters that are available right now. So thanks again for tuning in for this quick overview of Atlas Reactor here on Additional Pylons Games. We'll see you next time.